Hey everybody, Chris here at Bluerhino Safaris. Just back from Botswana Deluxe Tour in the Moremi and the Chobe areas in Botswana. It was absolutely stunning. It was really a good tour, nice group, really nice campsites. And I just managed to secure all the campsites that I wanted for 2026. It's a very important part of going into or onto this tour is that you get the right campsites. For example, Linyanti, you want the campsites that overlooks the pan area where the elephants would drink, where the hippos are. You want the nice campsites in Savuti. You want the nice campsites in Moremi, at Khwai and at Third Bridge. So very important to do that a year up front. And when I was there this year, I decided to stretch this trip with 2 extra nights. And those 2 extra nights is going to be at Xakanaxa. Just because we need a little bit more time to cover the whole area of the Moremi. Moremi in July, August, brilliant. The water levels are high. So you have this extremely interesting contrast between the high water levels and the dry, dusty inland areas. So just quickly, the tour, how it works, we start at Nata. It's an easy spot to start. They've got a nice restaurant. They do afternoon drives onto the pan. You can do it yourself if you want to. So you can go a day early and then I meet you at Nata. The next day we go up to Kasane. Now in Kasane, there's the boat cruises, the sunset cruises, which are always popular in the afternoons. The sunset cruises there, the shops are there, so we get our last few groceries and whatever we need. We fill our vehicles up with fuel because for the next 10 days we are going to be in the bush, and that is absolutely brilliant. Then the next morning we basically travel from Kasane all the way up with the river, the Chobe River, until we get down to Ngoma Bridge side. Where we exit. So we spend the day there. We have coffee in the morning. We have a lunch stop there. And brilliant. This year we saw 2 leopards. The one was just a foot in the shade. The other one was busy eating a young giraffe. Lovely leopard sightings. Really good sable antelope, roan antelope. Very nice. Then we travel down. We sleep next to the Linyanti River on the way down to the Chobe inland section. And then when we get down to Chobe, again we are next to the Linyanti swamps, and this is a brilliant campsite. We get there early in the afternoon, and it is just absolutely spectacular. We had lions in the camp during the night. They just came through there. There's a pride of 12 lions at the moment. Brilliant night. It was absolutely stunning to be there. Then the next day we start moving inland to Savuti. Savuti is of course a well-known place. We do the Savuti Plains. The channel is dry at the moment, but the marsh area is very nice. We saw a cheetah with 2 cubs there. We do the rock art that is in the area. So a nice, easy, relaxed day, but we do everything in Savuti. We sleep there for the night. The next day on our way out, we visit Marabu Pan. We do the marsh road all the way down as we go to Khwai. Once we are in Khwai, this is now the Moremi area. So we go to Khwai inside the park. We don't sleep outside in the community campsite. We actually sleep inside at Khwai. We do a section over here, have a look at what it looks like there. And then the next day when we travel up to Xakanaxa, we do this section here all the way up to Xakanaxa. Paradise Pools are there. At Xakanaxa we do a boat ride just to give you a little bit of a different perspective. That's included in the trip. So out with the motorboats, have a look on the water, see what it's like and what it's about. Then after 2 nights, so it's 2 nights at Khwai, 2 nights at Xakanaxa. After we leave there, we go to Third Bridge. And Third Bridge has Mboma area, which is this loop up here. It also has the island section between Third and Fourth Bridge, which is nice. There were 2 lions that we could hear in the morning. They were on the island here. The lions caught an elephant in Third Bridge campsite by the chalets. So those people had lions there for 2 days. Absolutely brilliant. And then once we are done there, we head back out to Maun for the day. So that's just what it looks like in green. It is on the website. You can go and have a look there. So 2026 tours, Botswana Deluxe. 13 July 2026 is our first night. It is 12 nights, 2 nights extra. So the price has gone up a little bit, but I had to obviously pay for the 2 nights extra, and it's 2 nights extra inside of the park. So the price is up a little bit, but that gives us 10 nights in the parks. So you're paying for 10 nights in the parks, which is absolutely spectacular. It's camping. The tour section is only 1,300 kilometers. We do about 650. With the extra 2 nights, we'll probably do about 700 kilometers in sandy roads. So you'll have to have enough fuel for the 700 Ks. And then also enough food for the 10 days that we are there. Not an issue, so it's no real stress. Maximum 14 people. I have 2 sites in each campsite, so we can do 8 people, but I only take 14. That's the maximum number of people I take. And yeah, it is on the website. I've adjusted the itinerary already to show the new itinerary with the extra days. I didn't change the map, so don't look at the map. The route is the same. We just have 2 nights extra at Third Bridge. 2 nights at Third Bridge, 2 nights extra at Xakanaxa. So the itinerary there is already correct. 13 days, 12 nights. You can bring a trailer if you want to. It's definitely an option. It's probably nicer not to have it. This year we had a lot of water. So what happens is, if we go back here and I show you, then from Angolan highlands you have the Kavango River that comes down and it flares out into historically Lake Kalahari that was there. The Makharikari Pans, of course, is what's left of Lake Kalahari, just that little bit of sand in the middle, but the inflow was still the Okavango River. And the Okavango River now flows in, but it just disappears in the sand. So if you're driving around in the Moremi, for example, these little arteries, they keep pushing water through. And eventually the water gets quite high. So that's why there is first bridge, second bridge, third bridge, fourth bridge. It's because some of these water crossings gets a little bit deep and you can't cross at some point. This year they were concerned that they might have to close the park because of the high water levels. And what happens is ultimately you just can't drive anywhere anymore because it's just too much water. But that is what you want. You want nice high water because that gives you new areas that have water that didn't have water before, which means there's a lot of birds with all the insects coming out of the ground and having to run for their lives. But really, really good to experience it this year. It did lead us to get stuck a little bit. Normally the crossings are just sandy, but if the water level rises a little bit more, then it's higher than the sand. It starts going into the soil, and then you get a little bit of mud that you have to contend with. So yeah, I of course drive in front, so it is obvious that I'm going to run into trouble from time to time, but otherwise no real issues. If we get stuck, we try not to get stuck. We did everything right. Nobody got stuck in sand, nobody got punctures. It was really just the mud that caused a bit of problems for us, and that was more specifically just exiting on the last day. We just had a little bit of too much mud in the exit. So we try and avoid it. Lesson number 1, try to go around if you can. Lesson number 2 is, if you have to turn around, you turn around. We're not going to break vehicles there. But it was a great trip, really excellent. Next year is going to be more special with the 2 extra nights at Xakanaxa. It is like a magical 10 days out of the system and just being in the bush and enjoying it. So if you want to go with, it is going to be a popular trip. It will book out very quickly. If you haven't done an extensive trip of Botswana in the parks before, do this one. This one really covers everything that you want to see in the Chobe and the Muremi area. So let me know if you want to go. Don't delay. Stay safe, drive safe, and I'll see you on the next trip. Cheers.